just a list of ideas after his talk which can be used in the classroom. Okay, now let's give our yeah, he's extremely famous, they write in the chat. Okay, all our speakers are just extremely famous and we're really proud of it that they decided to join our conference today. Okay, let's give our smiles. Okay, now Artem, the floor is yours.
Hello, hello.
Share your presentation if you have any.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everybody. Hello, dear friends, distinguished colleagues, honorable guests of the conference. Yelena, thank you very much for having me here. I'm excited to be your guest. And on the first slide of my presentation, you can see two deliciously looking cones of ice cream. And if you are fond of ice cream, tell me what your favorite flavor is. Is it chocolate? Is it strawberry or banana flavor? What kind of ice cream do you like? Type it in the comment section. So yeah, my personal favorite is chocolate, of course. I love chocolate ice cream. All right, yeah, some people write chocolate pistachio, vanilla, strawberry, chocolate. Yeah, chocolate is all kinds of. Well, everybody likes ice cream, right? When it's hot in the summer, everybody likes ice cream. But nobody likes this ice and tension in their first lesson. So today we'll talk about melting this ice and changing it into delicious ELT ice cream. If you are with me, please let me know. Type something in the comment section like, yes, let's go, let's start, and we will begin. All right. Somebody hates ice cream. Yeah, well, okay. But everybody hates this ice, so we'll break it today. Most of the ideas I'll be talking about today will be about online teaching, so online icebreakers. But if you teach offline, don't worry, you will be easily able to adapt most of these ideas to your offline classes. Well, and I've been teaching online quite a lot recently. Before that, I used to teach offline only, and I know how hard it is to break this ice when you have a room full of strangers, complete strangers. They have no common history. They know nothing about each other, and it's really hard to break this ice. And it's even harder to break ice if you teach online, because you also have this plastic screen between you and a great distance. So if you teach adult students or senior teenagers and you have to use no cameras, well, for some technical reasons, I don't know, for instance, the internet connection is not stable and you have to use no cameras. One of my favorite activities for this kind of situation, or if you manage some remote teams, this is also a great thing to do. Everybody sees your face all the time, or nobody sees your face, and nobody sees your shoes, your feet. So what I ask my students, I usually ask them to take a picture or take a photo of their feet and send it in the chat. And then everybody will try to guess where this person is, what kind of weather, what the weather is like, and so on. But of course, it's strongly advisable to use the camera if you teach young learners and junior teenagers, because if anything can kill this distance, the camera is able to do that. At least the camera, at least when you can see the people you are talking to. So this is very important. And I don't know, most of my teenagers have a lot of problems with turning their cameras on, especially girls. They don't like what they look like, their faces, and so on. So they really hate using their cameras. If you have this problem, could you write a plus in the comments. And it's psychologically explainable. Yeah, I see a lot of pluses, a lot of pluses. They invent thousands of excuses in order not to turn on the camera. And it's psychologically explainable. It's a kind of difficult to show other people your face in general. And it's hard for teenagers because the camera changes your appearance slightly and you look a little differently online.
Алёша, я тебя не слышу, я же тебе сказала, я слышу конференцию.
Yeah, so don't forget to mute your mics when you join the conference, please. Yeah, so I like this, I love this idea by Yelena, by the way. It's Yelena's idea. I heard it from Yelena. When you turn off your cameras, intentionally, everybody turns off their cameras in the beginning of the lesson. And then the teacher asks some questions. And if your answer is yes, you need to turn on your camera. Well, do you want to try now? If you want to play with us right now, you can join. If you don't want to join, it's okay. So if your answer is yes, turn on the camera. All right. Did you swim this summer? Turn on if the answer is yes. Turn on your cameras. Okay, I see a lot of faces. Hello. Okay, turn off the camera. Turn off. Okay, if you read a book this summer, turn on your cameras. Turn on. Come on. Nobody read books? Oh, okay, somebody read books. Okay, turn off. If you ate a hot dog this summer, turn on your camera. Oh, okay, somebody ate a hot dog. All right, hello guys. Okay, turn off. Now you can turn off your cameras. Well, it's a kind of easier, psychologically easier later to keep the camera on forever. This whole idea of, what did you do this summer? This question is why do students hate it so much? If you ask your students this question, what did you do this summer, guys? The most common answer is nothing special, nothing, I did nothing. I don't remember. I don't know why the answer is nothing special all the time. Maybe they lack a creativity. Maybe they don't really know what to say. Maybe the question is boring. Why don't we try to change this and ask something different? For example, we could ask our students to describe our summer in just one word. Can you do this in the comment section? Can you describe your summer with just one word? It can be an adjective, a noun, a verb. Okay, hod, set, boredom, job, holiday, boring, free work, coronavirus. Okay, fun, north, fascinating, isolation, sun, Crimea, yeah, Crimea. Yes, you see so many nice things. It's always interesting to find out why the person wrote this very word. Why unusual? Why elections? Why? There are two options. Option number one, you ask the author to explain why he or she used this or that word, or you can make the rest of the group guess why this person used this very word. I personally prefer the second option. It usually makes students speak more. So yeah. Or you could ask your students what they didn't do this summer, and they wish they did. You can make it a competition. You divide your students into small groups or into pairs in breakout rooms, and student A is trying to guess what student B didn't do. If he can guess, he gets 1+. For example, I bet you didn't go to the United States this summer. Did you? Well, one more thing I love doing is emoji stories. This is incredible. Well, for example, look at these ones. Look at these emojis. If you can understand the story behind the pictures, please send me a plus in the chat. If you understand what happened, you can come up with your own emoji story, and just using Smiles and Zoom or Skype or wherever. And then you just show your students the story, and you ask the students to interpret the story in English, orally, of course. Yeah, a lot of pluses, so people get what happened. And then when they are done with interpreting, you could say that this story happened with you this summer. And then you could invite your students to create their emoji stories in the chat. So using like 5 or 6 smileys, they could describe their summer, and then everybody will try to guess what happened with this or that person. This works like a charm. If you are crazy about asking questions, you might want to experiment and write all your questions. So you could send these questions in a private message to every student. The questions should be different. The students look at the questions, they answer these questions, and send the answers in the chat, in the group chat. So everybody can see the answers, nobody can see the questions. And the task is to guess what the question was. Very simple. So we kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We revise the grammar, and we learn something about each other, which is great. You can do this in an offline classroom as well if you write the questions on pieces of paper. Yeah, so learning about each other is a good way to break the ice, but sometimes it's hard to share some personal information, especially, well, when we talk about teenagers. Why don't we use some fictional characters, you know, to speak about hobbies or summer? For example, Santa Claus. What do you think Santa Claus did in summer? What do you think? What did Santa do in summer? Well, it doesn't have to be Santa Claus. It can be Batman. Does Batman wear his black costume in summer? It's kind of hot, you know, the black clothes. And the sun, you know, some people say that Santa slept. Who knows? Who knows? Why don't you choose some random fictional characters and discuss what these characters might have done in the summer? And then as a follow-up activity, you might want to ask your students to speak about their summer if they did these things themselves. Yeah, so this is about what I did in summer. What about where I was in summer? There is this application called Skyfall, but you don't really need this application to play this game in your online lessons. What I do, I choose a place, a real place on the earth, like Italy, for example, and I send the name of this place to all my students but one. This student will be a spy. Everybody else, so the rest of the group are travelers. They went to this secret place. They were on a mission. The spy doesn't know where everybody went, and he wants to find this out. We talk about this place. I prepare prompts, questions like, what did we eat? What did we do? What did we watch? And so on. Who did we see? And so on. And they answer these questions without using the actual name of the place. It's very important. And the spy is trying to figure out, so he listens to what everybody is saying, probably asks some follow-up questions and so on. And he tries to figure out where everybody was without revealing his identity, which is kind of hard. At the end, when the time is up, everybody votes for the spy. If the majority of the group managed to find the spy, so the majority of the students voted for the right person, the spy loses. But if they made a mistake, nobody found the spy, or the majority of the people voted for a wrong person, and the spy managed to understand where everybody was, he wins, and you start the next game. You can play forever, and they speak, especially if you teach pre-intermediate and intermediate students, this will be a great activity to start. Yes, so learning about each other really helps, and seeing each other really helps, and allowing other people to see where you are, what your room looks like, what your workplace looks like, can also help. That is why I sometimes do things like this. So I can take a random object on my table and show my students a small piece of this object, well, like this. So you cannot see what it is. Right now, on this slide, you can see a piece of some random object from my table. Can you guess what it is? What is that? Something black. What can it be? What do you think? They're trying to guess, asking questions. Is it a book? Is it a computer? Headphones. All right, is it that easy? Okay, yes, my headphones. And then I show this object to everyone, and they're trying to guess what my hobby is. So what do you think my hobby is? Is it like reading or teaching? Yeah, teaching is my hobby, definitely. What do you think my hobby can be? Listening to music. Okay. No, well, I like listening to music, but it's not my hobby. I like listening to books. I like listening to books instead of reading when I jog, for example. Yeah, so, and then they do the same. They show some objects from their room, or things that lie on their table, and everybody is trying to guess what hobby this or that person has. A great thing to do is to turn on the camera and to boast about your room, making it, you should ridiculously exaggerate the importance of things you have got in your room. For example, look at this marvelous black sofa. It's a great thing to have. I love sleeping on it every day. I sleep on it every day. It's a fantastic sofa. And now look at this lamp, and so on. So this is just a fun thing to do. And one more thing I like doing is to ask my students to send 3 links to their favorite resources or websites in the chat. And then everybody follows these links, looks at the website, and tries to guess what hobby this person has got. Yeah, it's kind of easy, and well, it's easy to share and easy to do and needs no preparation. And at the same time, you share some kind of personal information, something personal about yourself. If you take your phone right now and scan this QR code in your phone, you've got a camera, and if you scan this QR code, I cannot send a link to you right now, but I can share this QR code. Take your phone, turn on your camera, scan this QR code, and you will go to a web site with incredible online games. I think I'm actually very proud to present this to you, because I think that Yulia and Nadezhda from Vznania, they made something impossible. You know, being an online teacher, I've always been very sorry that I have all these, you know, nice box games, card games. You know, I can play these games online, but I can play these games offline, but I cannot play these games offline. And what they did, they actually made it possible. So now you can play card games online, and there is a lot of free stuff there. Games from Trendy, Fabula, Piotr Stepichev. You can play some games for free. Some games are premium, so you have to buy a subscription. But you can try some of them for free. If you decide to buy a premium account, so if you want to buy a subscription, don't forget to use this code here. It's written at the top, Game Fest. If you decide to buy in August, it will give you a sweet 10% discount on everything. So it's worth using it in August. Yes, thanks, Elena. Thank you. If you can't scan the QR code, you can go into the chat and click the link Elena sent us and go to this website. Right. If you want to see how this all works and what this all looks like from the inside, if you want to participate and play as a student, you're very welcome to join my workshop. That's going to be a bit later today at 1 o'clock. You're very welcome to join. I'll be very happy to see you all. And if you have questions, you can ask these questions right now. I think I still have some time. Do I? Oh no, I don't.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, you can have like 2 or 3 minutes to answer the questions.
Yeah. All right. So guys, if you have questions about these games or the games I've been talking about, or just teaching online, you can ask your questions in the comments right now. How to play emoji in Zoom? You basically you ask your students to choose 5 or 6 emojis, and they just send these emojis in the chat, and everybody will be able to see them. By the way, it's a very interesting thing to do, to share your favorite emojis with everyone. You know, in Vkontakte or on Facebook, if you use some emojis more often, they are in a special section, your favorite emojis. And you can ask your students to guess your favorite emojis, and then you share. And then it's always fun to find out that Artem uses this strange emoji too often, and why does he use it? All right, okay. Thank you, Svetlana. I love you too. What games did you prepare for the 1st of September for your students? Well, you can actually find some of the games in my blog. I will be sharing them very soon. Thank you so much, Anna. You're most kindly welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all kind words you are writing in the chat. I'm sure that this year is going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing. We have so many nice challenges, blended learning, going online, you know, all these things, life-changing experiences. I'm sure that this academic year will be fantastic. So thank you very much for joining me today. Have a great day, and don't forget to join my workshop at 1 o'clock. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you, Artem. And now can I ask all of you to turn on your videos and to give a round of applause to Artem and to thank him for his talk and his ideas. Okay, I don't know where are our okay. Okay, thank you. And now we are ready for the next speaker. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Artem. Okay, Artem just once again reminded us that at 1 o'clock we are going to have a workshop where Artem, Piotr Stepichev, Fabula, Natalia Fechenko, who is getting ready for her talk now, Marina Bachirova, and Trendy English Games. We are going to play our games with you in different Zoom rooms so that everybody could have an opportunity to get the taste of the game and just to play a real game, just not to talk about a game, but to play it. And now I'm very happy to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is Natalia Fedchenko. Natalia is not from Moscow. Natalia, are you already at home?
Yes, I'm at home. I came here today in the morning at 8 o'clock. So I was